Some people skate to the puck. I skate to where the puck is going to be. This quote was made by one of the all-time great National Hockey League players, Wayne Gretzky. Hi, my name is Tyler Rush, and my goal is to make you all experts on the NHL or National Hockey League by the end of this speech. To do this, I'm going to introduce three things to you. First, some history of the NHL. Second, I'm going to give you a brief overview of the NHL. And third, I'm going to explain to you the present-day NHL. First, some history. The National Hockey League began in 1917, and the first exhibition games were played in December of 1917. The National Hockey League started with only 6 teams, and the 6 teams were the Chicago Blackhawks, the Boston Bruins, the Montreal Canadiens, the Detroit Red Wings, the New York Rangers, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. These teams were the only teams until 1967, when they expanded to 12 teams. An overview of the NHL is that it is a very unique sport because it is one of the only professional sports that is multinational. It consists of 30 teams, 7 of which are currently in Canada. Those 7 teams are the Montreal Canadiens, the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Vancouver Canucks, the Winnipeg Jets, the Calgary Flames, the Edmonton Oilers, and the Ottawa Senators. The National Hockey League is headquartered in New York City, and the championship is called the Stanley Cup. The Stanley Cup used to be split between 2 different leagues until it was taken over by the NHL. The NHL has also been around for nearly 100 years, so it is by far a very old sport. To get to the present-day NHL, it was not an easy task. There were many teams that failed, and there are many laws that failed. There was also 1 strike and 3 lockouts. The strike was in 1992, and there were lockouts in the 1994 to 1995 season, the 2004 to 2005 season, and the most recent in the 2012 to 2013 season. According to NHL.com, a lockout is where the National Hockey Players Association and the players in the league do not agree on a certain topic, whether it be a law or a rule that has been established. When a lockout occurs, the season can be pushed back and shortened, or in some extreme cases could even be canceled. There have been no cases where the league has actually canceled a season, but they have shortened them substantially. The season is supposed to extend from September to June. There are 82 regular season games. The playoffs consist of 4 rounds, best of 7 series, and the Stanley Cup is 1 game between 1 team from the Western Conference and 1 team from the Eastern Conference. The Western Conference consists of 14 teams, and the Eastern Conference consists of 18 teams. You may think it's weird that they don't just do 15 and 15, but they want an even number of teams in each league so then the teams can play each other an equal amount of times. The Western Conference is divided into 2 divisions, which are the Central and the Pacific Division, with 7 teams in each, and the Eastern Conference is divided into the Atlantic and the Metropolitan Division, with 8 teams in each. The NHL is a very underrated sport and is arguably one of the hardest professional sports to play today. It has been around for a very long time and is one of the most difficult sports to establish. There's been a lot of failure, from teams failing to rules failing and laws failing. And according to ESPN, the Stanley Cup is arguably the hardest trophy to win in professional sports. The NHL is a very demanding and labor-intensive league because they put in a lot of hours and they travel all over the country, including Canada. So in conclusion, I hope that you all have a better understanding of the NHL after learning some history, getting a brief overview, and learning how the present-day NHL works and how hard it was to get here. And remember, like Bob Johnson said, it's a great day for hockey.